Hi, amigas. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Cafecito. Hi, you guys. If you are new here, my name is Daisy. I share a whole bunch of leveling up your life, motivation, inspiration style videos. So if that is your jam and that is what you love to listen to, that is what you love to watch on YouTube, girl, you are in the right space. I feel like a lot of Latinas or a lot of Mexicanas do not really take up space in this whole niche or this whole little era that we got going on YouTube. So if you are Mexicana, Latina, just like me, girl, then again, you are in the right space. Whew. For all of my girlies who have been here and have been supporting me for a very long time, girl, welcome back. I am so excited. I took a few weeks break since my last episode where I announced that I was pregnant and just kind of shared with you guys where I had been at, where my vibes were at, where my headspace was at. And I finally feel like I am in such a good headspace in my life, you guys, or in this phase of my life right now, that I just feel much more confident being on camera, much more confident sharing, my thoughts and opinions and just the way that I've been feeling. So let's just go ahead and get right into this episode today, you guys. We are talking all about how to spring clean our life, spring clean our habits, because we are coming into a brand new season and we are officially about to get out of our seasonal depression, which, if you guys know, I actually love to talk about that topic here on my podcast because it's something that I struggle with and something that I go through a lot, especially during like the winter and the fall months. So now that we're about to transition into the spring, I really want to talk about my different habits and different ways that I love to spring clean my life. Spring clean my life. Damn, why can I not get those words out? But I just want to share ways that I kind of continue to better myself, better my life, or just new habits that I like to implement during this time. As you guys know, I am going through my first pregnancy right now, you guys. I am currently 5 months, which is so freaking crazy. I won't even show you guys my stomach. It looks a little tucked in right now. I look like I have a little lonquita. I just look bloated right now. I'm like in the very awkward stage of my pregnancy, you guys, where you cannot tell. But one thing is for sure, you guys, my boobies are freaking ginormous. Like, that is one thing that I'm just not used to. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can see I'm wearing a sports bra today, which is normally not like me. So I'm feeling a little confident or whatever. And I was like, I did like a little walk and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay in my super comfy little gym attire that I was in and stuff. So anyways, that is besides the point. But what I did want to say, and this is the reason why I wanted to mention about my pregnancy and stuff, is because I feel like this has been a very big transition in my life and a transition in my daily habits. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know how much my habits mean to me, because in life, you guys, I feel like it's not about your big experiences. It's really about the little things that you do every single day. And I feel like that's what really makes you become the person that you're supposed to be. Like, you showcase who you are through the habits that you implement in your life and the habits that you have through your day-to-day life, I just realized I have a whole sweater back here. I'm like, what the heck is hanging right here? It's my sweater. But anyways, so I wrote down a few notes and a few things that I really want to touch on today's topic, and I wrote them down so I don't forget, you guys, because my memory these days has not been A1. Okay, so number one thing, and I feel like I just kind of let this go for a little while because I have been obviously in a huge phase in my life where I'm doing a huge transition, you guys. I am relearning who I am. I am rediscovering who I am because I am no longer the same person that I was 5 months ago. Okay, like, I am about to become a whole ass mother. Like, I am experiencing my first pregnancy. Like, this is a complete different Daisy than I am used to. Like, way complete different, you guys. So it's something that I have to readjust because, as we know, our life does not adjust for us. Okay, we adjust for our life. And I feel like that's the number one thing that you really have to remember when you're going through life, you guys, because life doesn't change for anybody. Life doesn't wait for anybody. Like, life is going to happen to you, without any type of consideration of where you're at, nothing. It doesn't matter if you're in the best headspace of your life. Life is going to happen to you, and you have to be able to overcome these challenges and be able to adapt and overcome, you guys. Adapt and overcome. That is the key for this entire episode, is you have to learn to adapt and overcome. So the number one thing that I love to do, oh my God, I feel like there's a hair in my mouth. The number one thing that I love to do for spring cleaning is obviously clean. Like, you guys do not understand how much your environment has a huge effect on your mood on your day-to-day basis. So for example, for a little while I was just feeling so down and I was just feeling very like unmotivated, uninspired, and I knew that my environment had such a big like impact on that, on the way that I was feeling. But I have just been so tired and so lazy, and I didn't have any sort of like willpower to get up and like deep clean. You guys, my husband, he is so amazing. Like, just shout out to him, because this entire weekend we were so productive. He went on a walk with me. Like, we literally deep cleaned our entire bedroom, and it's the little things, you guys. Like, we switched out our blinds in our bathroom because we've had them since we first bought our house, and they were disgusting. Like, they were a really ugly yellow color, and we've been like slowly doing changing out like small things in our house, like little by little, you guys, because sale bien caro to do all of these things like at the same time. And I knew that my bathroom was never a space like where I felt like inspired, if that makes sense. And now that I'm in like a whole skincare journey, like I really want my bathroom to be a space where I feel motivated and I feel comfortable. So one thing we did over the weekend was switch out those ugly yellow blinds. Thank God my man is literally a jack of all trades, because he switched out those blinds like nothing. And the biggest difference that they made, you guys, it just made my bathroom look so much cleaner and a little more modern, because my bathroom is a little bit outdated. Like, that is definitely on my bucket list. Not my bucket list, but it's on my home renovation list. Like, my bathroom, our primary bathroom, is something that I really, really want to get done. But you guys do not understand how the smallest little task, after us deep cleaning it and switching out all those blinds, I think we spent like $60 to switch those blinds out. It made the entire biggest difference in my mood. Like, now I just love being in my bathroom. I also decluttered, you guys. I had threw out literally everything in my bathroom that I do not use. And that goes for every single room in your, like every single room in your house, every single room, you guys. If you have not touched something in like a matter of 3 months within the seasons changing, you know, the odds are is that you're not going to use it. You're never going to go back and touch it again. So I just started like literally throwing out everything, you guys, everything in my bedroom that I have not touched in like 3 months. I'm like, you got to go, because there's also clothes that are in my drawers, and I'm like, one day I'll wear this, like one day I'll go back and grab this. Until this day, I have not touched it, and it's been probably like 2 years, and my heart just could not let it go. Let that shit go, you guys. Cut that shit out of your life. If it's not making your life better in any way, throw it out. If you don't need it, throw it out. You guys do not understand how much of a difference it makes to really declutter your life, you guys, because your mood is literally triggered by your senses. So the things that you can see, the things that you can hear, the things that you can feel, the things that you can smell. So if you're in a space and an environment that's very empowering to those senses, where you can see that you're in a very clean space, it smells really good, like to the eye, you look at it and you're like, okay, I feel inspired. That is the biggest mood boosting change, and the biggest way that you can really incorporate like a spring cleaning. Go through every single room, throw shit out, you guys. I am the queen of buying lotions and like body washes. Why? I do not know, girl. Till this day, that is still like a huge I don't even know what you call it. It's still under investigation why I enjoy buying so many different body products like lotions and body washes, and I only go through half of them. I'm no longer doing that shit, okay? We're being minimal. That moves us on to our second thing, you guys. Keeping a very minimal lifestyle. You do not need all of these different things to feel like productive. And here's a perfect example. Whenever you're in the mood to like say clean your room or clean your house, like one of my biggest things that I like to go and do is I'll go to Target and just buy a whole bunch of new cleaning supplies. That is an absolute no for me in my spring cleaning category. Now, you guys, we are going to go through all of our items that we have at home. Okay. If you have, sometimes I've have like unopened cleaning products that I just bought because I was like, oh, okay, I'm in the mood to clean. And my form in my head of cleaning is going out and buying new cleaning products and then coming back home and then never cleaning. So embarrassing. I cannot believe I just said that out loud. But that is one thing, you guys, one habit that I am getting rid of. And it's just buying unnecessary things. Even with makeup, sometimes I'll go out and I'll buy like a lot of unnecessary products that I still have. Like I have like 6 foundations right now on my vanity that I have not even touched. And I'm like, I'm no longer doing that because it clutters up my space. I am going to keep the very minimal things and the very to the point things that I use every single day or on a daily basis. And that is what I'm keeping in my routine because it makes me feel less cluttered. Like my life feels less cluttered, not having so much accumulation of random things that I do not touch. And that's exactly what I did with my bathroom. Like I had so much skincare that I'll get in like my BoxyCharm that has sat there already for months and I haven't touched. And I know that I'm not going to touch it because it either doesn't go with my skincare routine or whatever the case may be. I threw it out, girl. I threw all that shit out. And it makes the biggest difference. It just makes your life feel more peaceful because I am like a huge believer in the things that you're looking at. Like if you're looking at your space and you have like a million different products, you guys, that you don't use, there's no point in having it. Like to you, I feel like it's just subconsciously, it is just overwhelming your life and your space. So everything that I did not use, girl, it went to the trash. And that is like really the number two. That is the number two things, you guys. Oh my gosh, that is those are the number two things that I feel like if you're going to do anything from this episode, girl, those are some of the two things. Make sure to keep your life minimal and declutter. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This one, walking, getting outside, getting the fresh air. You guys, even if it's cold outside, I know it may be freezing, but you need that fresh, crisp air during work. And like working a 9 to 5, you guys, it is so difficult for me to be able to get some fresh air because 8 hours of my day, 9 hours technically, I am sitting inside of an office with the lighting in the office. You guys, I am surrounded by all of the energy every single day. I take my 2 10s that I deserve, my 2 10-minute breaks, and I take a walk and I take a lap outside. Even if it's freezing, you guys, I throw on a jacket, but just the way that I feel when I come back is just, I don't know, I just feel like a sense of like clarity. Like I let go of like a lot of energy that I was holding on to in a small little 10-minute walk. And that is one thing that I told my husband too, that throughout my pregnancy, like working out to me is just not, it just hasn't been hitting, right? Like lifting weights and stuff like that. Like right now, my main way of working out is walking. And it has made the biggest difference on my mental health. Like yesterday, we walked like 3 miles, you guys. We stopped by, got a little cup of coffee for my 120 milligrams that I'm allowed to have daily, okay? And then we walked our way back home. But the peace of mind that you have, and even like me walking with my man, I'm like, we just get into such deep conversations. Like it's like honestly like a little date, right? So every single day I have really been making it like a habit to go out and walk and get some fresh air and get some steps in. And also, you guys, with weight gain and stuff like that, like I feel like that makes the biggest difference is walking, because it's a lot of like super small habits that I feel like accumulate to like it's like the small things that create the big things, if that makes sense. Like sometimes to me, it's more effective on my body for me to go on walks than for me to go to the gym, because honestly, when I'm at the gym, I feel like I'm just not motivated to really like lift, because I feel like right now, like my body is going through such a pivotal transitional whole thing, you guys. Like I'm pregnant, so my body is going through a lot of changes. So whenever I'm at the gym and I'm like trying to work out and trying to lift, like it's almost, to me, it almost feels like what's the point? It feels pointless. So the way that I'm able to get out of the house and get active and move my body is through walking. And it's all about finding what works for you, you guys. Like there's no right or wrong way to get things done. Like it doesn't matter like how the things get done, but what matters is that they do, and that you're able to, get it done. And that's what's been working for me, is going out on walks. And I know that once I have my baby and everything, like that's going to change. Like obviously I want to get back on a lifting routine, because then I'll actually be able to see like the changes in my body, because right now I'm seeing the changes in my body, but in a way that I have never seen before. So again, what's working for me is walking, getting that fresh air, clearing my mind. And it's also like a form of meditation for me, and even a little mini form of therapy, because me and my man, you guys, I'm telling you, we get into some really deep conversations while we're out on our walks. And it's honestly like, I love it, because it's like a little date. We kind of get to like really declutter our minds And I don't know what it is. I think it's just because of the side of town that we live to, you guys. I'm surrounded by mountains and like it's a really beautiful brand new community, and there's a lot of trails and there's a lot of other people walking, and every single time we're out walking, like everyone says good morning or they say, good evening, and you can just tell that the energy is so much different when you're out and walking than when you're at the gym. I feel like when you're at the gym, people are just so mean and like not even mean. They're just like in their zone. But when you go on walks and you see all these people just saying good morning and like everyone's just in a super positive headspace, I feel like you embody that, So that is another thing that I feel like it should be a habit that you start incorporating, especially into the spring, you guys, because we're getting into the warmer weather. So you're able to go out, get some fresh air. And if you feel like you live in a neighborhood where you cannot go out and do like your typical walking, you guys, go to a park. Drive to a park in a bougie side of town. You might even meet some friends, might even meet some successful people. Just take a little walk out there, you guys. It doesn't matter where you do it. It just matters that you do it. Okay, so let's go. Let me see. Oh, okay. So this is another thing that I wanted to talk about because I am very guilty of this, but you guys, do not let go of yourself just because you are going through a tough time in your life. And me, I feel like I did exactly that. I did not take my own advice. But for the first 3 months, you guys, I felt so horrible, even a little bit in the fourth month. Not even, well, like, yeah, probably like the first week of my fourth month. I just felt not myself. And again, it's because I'm transitioning into a new me. Like this is a whole new Daisy. We talked about Daisy 2.0. I shared with you guys my fears. And now I feel like that I am in a whole different headspace now because I've been incorporating new habits and I'm learning to love this brand new woman and this brand new person that I am turning into. But that's up to me. Like that is all because of my hard work and not allowing myself to let myself go, you guys. And it's literally, this is why it takes such strong mindset and such strong willpower, you guys. Practice learning to love yourself more than you love whatever else, you guys. You have to learn to love yourself because when you do that and once you master that form of self-love, no matter what situation you're in, you can be in the biggest funk of your life. You could feel depressed, but you know that at the end of the day, it's going to take you and it's going to take your willpower to get yourself out of that. Like allow yourself grace, allow yourself to feel the emotions, but don't allow yourself to stay in that. And I feel like that's exactly what I did. Yes, I did allow myself to really, I dug myself into all of the emotions, but I also I give myself grace because this is a whole brand new person that I'm getting to know. These are all brand new habits. These are, brand new mindset changes, you guys, brand new daily routines. Like everything in my life is changing. And again, it's because you have to learn to adapt to your life. Your life does not adapt to you. Period, girl. I have to literally keep reiterating that because that is my life model right now. Like my life is not going to wait for me. This baby, I'm going to have it whether it waits for me or not. So it's going to be up to me to really learn the new habits and learn to love this new person that I am becoming and learn to incorporate habits and daily routines, you guys, that work for you in the stage of life that you're in. At some point, change is hard, right? But change is inevitable. Like change is going to happen. But you have to learn to have the strength, the willpower, and the self-love to be able to get yourself and learn to adapt in any situation of your life. And I feel like that's where my mind is at right now, And I know that things are only going to get harder because I've heard the second trimester is like the best one. But I know that once I get to my third trimester, like things are going to get tough again. So right now, what I am working on is setting up habits that work for me, setting up daily routines, like learning to really love this phase that I'm in and learning to how do I explain it? Learning to romanticize who I am now. Like whether my night routines, you guys, are so much different. Like with my skincare, like now I do a whole body care, like belly care and taking care of my body, going on walks. Like to me, that is a form of self-care. Like that is a way that I am loving myself today by moving my body, taking myself outside, taking care of my stomach, taking care of my skin, eating super healthy, even though I had hot Cheetos yesterday, but that's okay, girl. I have been really trying to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Like ahorita lo que se me antoja mucho are green juices, you guys. And that is what I'm giving myself. Like if it's something that I'm enjoying and it's, good for me, like girl, I take the extra 10 minutes to go and make it for myself. Or smoothies. I have been obsessed with smoothies. But the point of me saying this, you guys, is that even if it takes an extra 10 minutes or if it takes more effort than you feel like you have, it has to be done. You have to learn to really adapt to this new person that you're becoming and overcome all of these challenges, because again, your life does not change for you. You have to change for your life. You have to learn to adapt in every situation that you're in your life, you guys, because life is going to happen no matter what, no matter where you are, like no matter where you're at, life is going to happen. The changes are going to come. The challenges are going to come. But what makes you stronger in the end, you guys, is your willpower to go through them and learn to adapt. And again, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. But that is all the tips that I have for you guys for today's spring cleaning, on our life, on our habits, on who we are. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll catch you guys on next week's episode. If you guys are just finding my channel, it means so much to me if you guys would leave me a comment and let me know what you guys enjoyed about this video or what you enjoy about my videos in general. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can also listen to this on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to your podcast on, or vice versa. Again, you can catch me on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast at, you guys. I hope you guys have such an amazing week, and I hope you guys found a lot of value in this video. And yeah, you guys, enjoy your week. Have such an amazing and productive day to day. Girl, I don't even know what I'm saying no more. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoy your week, and I will catch you guys on next week's episode. Adios.